My name is Quentin Harris. I'm a senior from Wilton, Connecticut. I majored in public policy and minored in econ, and I'm also a part of the INE certificate program. And I also play quarterback on the Duke football team. When I was looking at certificates to go along with my major and my minor, came across the INE program through a class that I took called Social Media Marketing for Entrepreneurs. And I was initially drawn to that just given the nature of social media in our world today and just how really everybody has a personal brand. And so I was interested in learning more about how to kind of use those platforms to build your own brand. And then they had the kind of info session with INE, and I thought, this would be a pretty good fit for me because my dad owns his own company, so he's an entrepreneur. He owns his own sporting goods wholesale company in Connecticut, distributing a lot to local high schools and colleges as well. So one day, I thought if I want to take over that, this program would give me the tools necessary to be able to kind of run that and learn the subtle nuances of running your own business. So as I go into the real world, I have a ton of interests, I would say. I'm interested in marketing, real estate, finance, but I think in entrepreneurship as well, and if I take over from my dad potentially one day. And I think, regardless of which one of those I end up going into, the program has given me a great foundation to go into each and every one of those. Just to be entrepreneurial and be innovative and be creative in each of those is a skill that I think will be very useful and distinctive to potential employers. So for my capstone, we basically were split into groups of about 4 or 5, and we were paired with individuals in the nursing school. So it began with a professor kind of basically giving us an assignment to talk with that person that we were assigned with and just identify problems that they kind of had through their daily schedule. My group is very interested in implementing VR somehow in nursing because the technology there is really, it's coming, and we thought it would be a great avenue to just introduce it to nursing as a whole. So we ultimately ended up kind of deciding to maybe use it more for the patients. So it's specifically children that are in the PC ICU or the ICU for extended periods of time and they're separated from their families, using VR to kind of recreate their home environment. You can take a 3D or really a 360 photo of their home environment and they can be immersed in their home instead of a hospital room, or they can be on a play date with their friends. It's a great business foundation and it really allows you to be creative and entrepreneurial in any endeavor that you choose to go into. I think it's a very important skill and useful skill to be able to think creatively and think innovatively to address a problem, to maybe attack it from a way that somebody hasn't thought of before.